What up, YouTube? It's Wise here. We got another banger for you guys today, man. I appreciate you guys rocking with me, watching the videos, liking the videos. Please subscribe if you haven't already, man. I'm Wise, and I just drop content on here to show y'all how to beat anybody with low tier teams, man. I play with Tier 3 Arizona. That's my school. It's my alma mater. And yeah, man, without further ado, man, let's get into it and make sure you taking notes.
Welcome everyone to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see a squad out of the Big 12, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on a team from the Big 10, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit, and this is it. Two teams enter, one team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. State. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the coverage team, big guys up front, line up. It's first down. An inside give now from the shotgun. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Handoff here from the shotgun. Tackle, but first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Catch made on the out route. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary. And they bring a certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
Gonna run it. It's Johnson. The senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
With the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quick pass, the catch is made. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Can they pick up the first on the ground? They make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him to third down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
Arizona getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. To throw, it's Fafita. It's pulled in, completion on a diving catch.
In all of our prep work coming into this national championship, I really wondered how this secondary would hold up against this quarterback and this group of receivers. They better be ready to make some adjustments because right now, this quarterback is having his way with him.
Arizona has now moved into the red zone. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. It's an out route, the catch made. And he steps out of bounds close to the goal line. Couldn't quite punch it in there.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route.
Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Arizona. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, grinding scoring drive. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down.
Here we go.
Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. First play of the drive, they look to the right. Breaking free at the 35. Big gain, moves the ball across midfield to the 45. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. The offense has a first down. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
They look to throw it here on second down. Hit as he released it. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. A sack in the play, could not escape the pass rush.
That is outstanding defense to be able to leverage this quarterback. That is a tough thing to do. This guy's as fleet-footed as any quarterback in the country, and to be able to bring him down for a loss like that is a major accomplishment.
Oh, a big decision here very early. They're going to go for it on their own side of the 50 on the first possession. Needs a completion here on fourth down. And they've got him a sack to end the drive. What a play by this defense.
Well, the offense rolls the dice with its play call here on fourth down, and the defense rolls the dice as well by bringing the kitchen sink. Demolished the quarterback that time on the blitz.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. It's the 2-minute warning of this close, competitive first half.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
The game makes it second and medium. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
To the air, it's Fafita. Receiver makes the grab. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust.
We'll see if the defense can get his top and preserve that momentum. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And here comes the USC offense back on the field. The last time they went forward on 4th down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points, and they bounce back here. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looks to his left and makes the completion. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Quick throw over the middle. And he's got it. The tackle is finally made, but a huge gain. They'll spot the ball near midfield at the +49. Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Going for a big play downfield. He's got it near the end zone. Receiver steps out just the goal line.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
So not what the coach was hoping to hear. Took a chance with the timeout to get the replay. We'll see if burning that timeout is costly down the road. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Caught in the backfield. Time. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. First half clock with just 8 seconds remaining. It'll be 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Fafita. Quick throw to the left. And it's incomplete with just 1 second remaining on the clock.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. Man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
And he'll be brought down, and the Trojans' offense is back out on the field. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. It's a quick grab. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. Tackle made, but the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength.
Boy, just a great throw and outstanding accuracy by this USC quarterback. We always know over the years that SC has as much history as anybody at this quarterback spot, and sure is living up to that right now.
With the catch, it's Robinson. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Tries to beat the pressure with a deep shot. And it's picked off. That was a risky pass attempt, and he paid the price. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
And tackled after a small pickup there.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. On third down, he drops to throw. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep. Now it brings up fourth down.
Well, they come out firing here to start this second half. They didn't make this completion, but I think it sends a clear message. Defense that the adjustments that this offense is going to make is that they're going to be aggressive and they're going to look for their one-on-one opportunities.
It looks like the head coach made a smart move in that challenge. Officials are going to overturn their previous ruling after getting a look at that replay. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. This Arizona offense is moving quickly down the field. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. On first down, why not keep it on the ground? Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Keep it on the ground to work the clock here. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona. This back cannot be stopped. He is writing his own chapter in championship game history here tonight.
Chris, can you think of a time where we've seen a back have this kind of dominating performance in a national championship game? I mean, it's been some time. This guy's running hard and just so much fun to watch.
Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the USC offense is back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. And looking to throw now on first down. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Not much on the return, but that's an important takeaway. Sets up the offense at the 34.
Oh, man, Chris, I really thought this offense had a chance to get back into this game. The only thing you'd hate to see is the interception. But give credit to the defense. They come up with a big play that potentially ices the game.
And the offense trots back onto the field here. Try to run it with the option. He'll pitch it. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet.
Well, how fitting for him to get another nice carry here, because it's been that kind of game in the national title. We knew coming in that he was going to be showcased. I didn't think he would have this kind of performance on this big of a stage, but he has, and a big reason why they're going to win this national title.
Fourth down now. Time for perhaps one more play before we hit the 2-minute warning. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. They need a yard here on fourth down to keep this drive alive. The tight end goes in motion before the snap. Here we go on fourth down. Nope, he is stopped short. The defense gets a turnover on downs, desperate to try to cut into this lead.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Bringing pressure. Down he goes. A sack.
Between the defensive scheme and the athletic ability of this front and the linebackers getting pressure as well, the way they've been able to harass this quarterback has a lot to do with why they're enjoying such a big lead in the national title.
That O-line has to regroup now. It's 2nd and 12. And he drops back in the gun. He's hit as he throws it. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Using his legs here.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. And it falls incomplete for a turnover on downs.
Chris, I understand being down a couple scores, it's fourth down, you've got good field position. Hey, let's keep this drive alive. I understand why you go for it. Unfortunately, not able to execute it. This could cost him the ball game.
That's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside or bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown you everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
Offense will set up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Fafita. And it's the senior getting home with the sack. They finally come up with their first sack of the game. Do it by blitzing the DB.
Love to see the secondary get involved. I know it's a bit of a risk. You play some man coverage behind it, but you can see how dangerous it can be when you decide to bring these defensive backs because of their speed and how quickly they can get to the quarterback.
And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Not going to be easy here. Backed up, a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Catch hauled in here over the middle. Defense wraps him up after a 6-yard gain. Brings up fourth down. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. And it's no good. We missed it. The lead remains at 14 after the miss.
Well, that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
here comes the USC offense back on the field. The last possession, they came up empty, went for it on fourth down in their end and got stopped. First down, looking to throw the ball. The sure hands, it's Lane. Tackle made after the completion. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. Second down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Looking for his big tight end. And it falls incomplete with just 6 seconds remaining to play. And the Trojans will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Defense not pressing this time. And he'll drop back here on third down. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. That's the third pick tonight thrown by this QB. The tackle is made, and now it's official. We have our national champions. Well, it wasn't a flawless performance, Kirk, but they looked pretty good out there today and a very satisfying W.
I think this group has a chance to do some really special things this year. They clearly have talent to be able to work with. And I've been impressed with how this head coach managed the game and led his team to a victory.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.